Hey fam, it's me, Gary with the Big Gay Brewery, and I'm checking in with you to bring you some updates, some announcements, and also a little bit of how I'm doing. I'll actually start with the last part first. So I have been struggling over the last week to figure out what I wanted to release for more content for my YouTube channel here, and also for any kind of announcements or fun, Instagram stories that I'd be doing for my stream on Twitch. And I've been struggling with that because we're going through a significant period of turmoil here in the United States, and it's for a good reason. We are bringing attention to Black Lives Matter. We are bringing attention to a system of racial inequality and injustice and intense police violence and killings against Black Americans and frankly against people of color, our trans siblings, so many different groups in America that it's sickening. And it's been going on for hundreds of years, and it should have never even come to pass, let alone needing to stop yesterday. So I've been struggling because I want to uplift those voices and to help raise the stories that need hearing right now about the Black experience in America and about the incredible people who are out there protesting and doing everything they can to bring attention to this issue. In LA right now, I have friends who are out there, doing their damnedest and raising those voices up for, Black trans folk and for, like Black Indigenous people of color. It's an incredible experience to watch, but I am doing a lot of watching because I am still continuing to stay at home. I'm spending time with select close friends in real life, and that's it. Going to the grocery store, we just went today, and it's just a bunch of people who continue to refuse to wear masks, and it's frightening, to be honest. It really is. It's frightening. It makes me angry. I have to stop myself from just starting to confront people randomly in the store for being just so selfish and cruel as to not take such a simple act as to wear a mask in public, and to protect themselves, their loved ones, the strangers around them like me. And that's really what this is about, right? It's just looking out for each other and doing what's best for all of us and not just for ourselves as individuals. So that's a challenge, and it's kind of like all of the times I'm spending on social media calling out people that I know, people who are literally friends in real life, people who are family members, to people who I don't even really know at all, who I just somehow become friends with in social media sphere, which is its own problematic practice that definitely I'm sure myself and a lot of other people are going to be looking at differently in the future. And calling them out on, not just overtly racist behavior, but also, systemic microaggressions and, comments and jokes that are off color and should never rise to the level of being okay, because that's how we slowly get okay with more and more degrading behavior and conversations. And so this is the world I live in, right? This is the world I've kind of always lived in, of being an activist and a social justice warrior, both online and offline. But right now, I'm only doing the online component, and I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I'm not doing my part, and that is rough. That is rough because it is that kind of internal guilt of this is the moment, this is the time in our history, right, where I should be doing something, and I'm choosing not to for my health and safety, and that feels. I don't know. There's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of feelings of guilt and shame and whether I'm doing the right thing or not. So anyway, this is my third attempt to make a YouTube video in the last week. My first one was waxing philosophic on top of a mountain, and I just watched that, and I was like, oh my gosh, who's going to watch this? It's like me just kind of rambling on and acting like some sort of, spiritual person on a mountain. Like, no one's going to watch that for my channel. And my second one, we did this afternoon, actually. Otter and I, he was holding my gimbal, and we were walking along, and my message along that one wasn't too bad. The only problem was that we were walking along like a horse trail park, kind of close to where we live, and staying away from people, but the crunching of the rocks was super loud. And then the gimbal that we use has this really cool face tracker feature on it that I actually had to disable for this video as well. The problem is anytime my head moves, it bobs up and down. And so the entire video, unfortunately, while it was good messaging and it was fun, and I really appreciate, him being my amazing, not only husband, but just, companion and friend and videographer and everything. It was basically a little bit of me sounding very far away, crunch, 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 while the camera's going, So, yeah, some technical issues, some self-esteem issues, keeping it real, talking about what's real in my life. Anyways, so beyond those struggles, right, which of course those struggles are freaking nothing compared to the struggles of people who are actually facing systemic racism and police violence, right? I can't stress that enough of how important that is and how much I'm proud and supportive of all the people who are out there fighting that fight and doing all that great work. So thank you for doing the work that you do, and for allowing someone like me to be able to take a back seat and do less than I would like to be doing, but still something, raising money, uplifting those voices, helping support people who are out there. I'll do what I can, right? And that's all, honestly, any of us can do, is to assess our current situation, make decisions that we feel like are best for us at the time, try to reduce our risk of harm, and also, stretch ourselves to the limits and even a little bit beyond our comfort zone in order to do the good work and to help support the things that matter in our lives. Beyond all that, I am excited to be streaming tonight. I skipped out on my Friday night stream to spend some quality time with good friends. Did the same thing yesterday, like all day yesterday, so I've kind of been in a social media blackout. And I am looking forward to playing some more games tonight and chatting with my friends and fans on Discord. I am not decided yet what I'm going to be playing, so it could be some World of Warcraft. I have not been playing a lot of that recently, and some of my friends have kind of missed me. I've also been really enjoying playing Skyrim. We've got a ton of other games to play. We've got the campaign for Warcraft 3. We've got the campaign for StarCraft that have never been touched. I grabbed Halo games from my computer. There's a whole bunch of retro games people are suggesting I play. I am a very interesting creature of habit. So we will see. We will see what I end up playing. I have a feeling it's going to be Skyrim or World of Warcraft. So that was a hiccup, by the way. Anyways, I think that's it, really. Stay well out there. Take care of each other. Really support one another through this time. The pandemic is growing. It's increasing. We've not yet even finished the first part of the first wave, so I can't even imagine what the second wave is going to look like. Everyone, all the news articles I'm seeing being shared, all the reports I'm seeing coming out are saying that it's on the rise, because places are opening back up and it was too soon. And I've kind of always felt that way. So that's happening at the same time as these protests are happening. And I think that there is definitely room for both, and folks can keep themselves safe. I just can't be one of them, unfortunately. So I will support all of you in the best ways that I can. I will encourage you to engage in self-care, to always hydrate, don't dehydrate. That's super important. And I like to say that a lot here at the Big Gay Brewery. And otherwise, you all take care out there. And I will talk to you another time. Subscribe here on YouTube. Subscribe and follow with me on Twitch. And we'll see you online tonight at 8 and the rest of the week at 8. Bye.